Welcome to Game Rangers! Today, we're going to be talking about Blizzard, the company, not the snowstorm. Blizzard is
I don't
awesome.
know why I'm here then.
Blizzard is awesome, and they've been awesome for a long time, and he doesn't agree. So, and I want to know why. Why do you not like
Because
Blizzard?
Okay, when Blizzard first came out, they were awesome. I'll give them that.
Came out when?
I don't know, when they...
Forever ago?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like vanilla World of Warcraft, fantastic game. Diablo 2,
Warcraft 2?
all the Warcrafts were, well...
Not 3.
Yeah,
3
no,
sucked.
not 3. But for the most part, Warcraft, great franchise, great game. Then they came out with World of Warcraft, it blew everybody's minds, great game. And then they were like, let's just not change anything about World of Warcraft. And then they started changing like things here and there, like the...
It's completely different than it used to be.
Yes and no. Same exact game. Almost looks the exact same. The only thing that are different are their HD textures. Like, that's going to make things so much better. No. It's like the game plays the same exact thing. You sit there and you just fucking mash buttons and your guy auto attacks.
So your one problem with the company. So what he's saying is the whole company sucks because because an aspect of one of their games isn't up to his standards.
No. That's not it entirely. Like, they need to do something. They need to come out with a new game that...
They came out with Diablo 3.
Yeah? If you want to talk about Diablo 3, we can talk about Diablo 3.
We can talk about it a little bit.
Alright. Before that, though, like...
Okay.
The last game that they came out with was Hearthstone. Which...
It's Hearthstone.
It's Hearthstone.
Oh my God.
I don't give a fuck what you say.
It's not Hearthstone.
Hearthstone. Anyway, so... They came out with Hearthstone, which it's a good game. It's a fun game, but it's nothing like groundbreaking. There have been card games all over the place, and to try to like appease their World of Warcraft players, they came out with HD retextures for their character models, which
In what?
in World of Warcraft, which don't even look that good.
Okay.
All right. They keep trying to come up with new dungeons and new quests, which, I mean, if you play for PvE and you love stories and stuff like that, like, it's a great game.
So, okay.
But they're not really doing anything that is making me want to play.
So what do you want them to do with Warcraft? What do you want them to do? I mean, here's the thing. Here's one thing. Here's one of the reasons that it's different yet the same. First of all, is because it has to keep going in the same vein that it's going in now, or else people will be pissed. You changed so much. It's just a completely different game now, and I hate it. Like, that's what you'd be saying if they completely changed it.
No.
And they can't. They're building upon a previous game that has so many users.
Yeah, they just can't do anything about it, and
Yeah.
that's what I don't like. Like, they need to come
So
out...
you're saying they suck because they have so many users that they can't do anything about it?
No, because, alright, here's why they suck. I guarantee at least 50% of the active users that play World of Warcraft, I mean, their account is active, they're still paying, and they play at least once or twice every week, play a different MMO that they enjoy more. But because they've been playing World of Warcraft for so long, they love World of Warcraft. Alright?
That's a ridiculous assumption.
Combat? No.
That is so ridiculous.
Combat in World of Warcraft is just boring. It's boring. All of the quests, they're all boring now. They're all the same thing. Now we have games like Terra, Black Desert, Arc Age. Well, Black Desert hasn't come out yet, so I take that back. Not Black Desert, but Terra, Arc Age.
But this is an old argument. This is an old argument, though, that's proven wrong. Because when the first Guild Wars came out, people were like, Guild Wars is better. They have their instance system is better. Their texturing's better. Everything's better. Guild Wars is so much better. Yet Warcraft still blew them away as far as users and as far as people being engaged and wanting more content, and Guild Wars just kind of fell off the map for
Well,
years. And then they came out with Guild Wars 2, and then they got steamrolled again. And every single other game that you're talking about that's better is still being annihilated as far as their user base. And even if Blizzard boasts a massive user amount. I mean, what's their revenue off Warcraft alone? It's like $1 billion a month.
It's something ridiculous.
It's just insane.
It's fantastic. Like, I'm blown away that people still play that game for so long.
And I mean, I haven't played Warcraft in a long time. I used to be huge into it for years, but I don't know. That was the only game. The reason that I quit playing Warcraft is because it was the only game that I played. That was it.
I mean,
it got to the point where I hadn't played any other games for probably a year.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is ridiculous. I have to start playing other stuff. And so I kind of quit playing it. But to say that they suck because they made World of Warcraft, wrong.
I'm not saying they suck because they made World of Warcraft. I'm saying they suck because it's like they've come out with something and they're like, well, why do we need to make anything different?
What about StarCraft 2? StarCraft 2 is awesome.
Yeah, but it's the same. It's pretty much the same exact game from StarCraft.
But different. That's the whole point. That's why it's a sequel.
There's some different things in it, but it plays the exact same way.
Okay.
They need to
it's
come
an
out.
RTS. All RTSs play the same.
Yes and no. There's RTSs that are like they try to do different they try to implement different things into the game to make it different.
Well, they did that with StarCraft 2.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying it's a bad game. I'm not saying they suck because they made it. Like
great
game. They like I'm happy that they made StarCraft 2. It was a great fucking move on their part. But I'm talking about MMOs right now. Which, I mean, I guess StarCraft can be technically considered an MMO because a lot of people play it, but it's not like...
It's an RTS.
Yeah.
MMO RTS.
Yeah. So, what I'm talking about is they came out with something and, like, people are like, this game is just making us so much money, let's just focus on that. Blizzard has potential to make great fucking games.
But they made StarCraft 2 while Warcraft was out. And then they made Diablo 3, which has its issues, and definitely had its issues on launch.
Yeah, but like,
I mean, they changed that one for the best.
Yeah, but they're not making anything that's different. That's my problem. Like, they need to make something...
And that's a valid argument. Except for, I mean, there is Hearthstone.
But it's another card game.
And here's the thing, though. Okay, it is just another card game. I'll give you that. And they did steal a lot of the mechanics from other, like Magic,
but I mean, it's a card game, so you can only do so much. So I understand that.
But the difference is that the interface for Hearthstone is amazing. Because the Magic games, they suck.
Yeah.
They suck. Hire a new developer because they're awful. All the cards are really far away. The tutorials. How about this? How about you make your tutorial even harder? How about that? The first match, I mean, I played the first, I made it all the way through the tutorial except for the last section of the tutorial, and it's like impossible. I'm good at card games, alright? I'm good. And even I was like, you gotta be kidding me, because you have to pay to win. Even at the end of the tutorial, the computer throws all these crazy cards at you, and if you lose a bunch, it's like, well, maybe I should buy their packs so I can have... No. No, I'm just not going to play this anymore. Yeah. So now I have to go back to the 2014 game and play that, and that interface is even worse. But at least it's not pay to play.
Yeah.
Which the 2015 Magic is pay to play. It is. And if you say it's not, you're a liar.
Goddamn liar. Exactly. But another thing that I will point out, going back on the Blizzard thing, because you say pay to win, or well, pay to play. Yeah. Blizzard, World of Warcraft, you have the monthly whatever, but they don't have any items that make you OP that you can buy with real money. Now, the games that are competing with World of Warcraft, I mean, I shouldn't say they're competing, because World of Warcraft just right now owns that market.
It has like 60% of the MMO market share.
So, but like, I'm a fan of action-style combat in MMOs, and open-world sandbox MMOs. Like I said, Arc Age. Fantastic. Black Desert, when that shit comes out, oh my god.
But also, half the other MMOs that you're talking about that are better look exactly the same as World of Warcraft.
No, they do not.
Are you kidding me? You have the spells on the sides, the interface. I've come in and be like, you're playing World of Warcraft? And you're like, no, this is another game. And I just look at it, I'm like, this is a blatant ripoff. And then you go, how dare you, sir? No, it is not. Even though visually, it's the same game.
The HUD. Oh, man.
The HUD
is the same.
It is. That's a big deal.
That's not a big deal.
What?
Because
every MMO has that. When they blatantly rip off the game that you talk crap about.
Show me an MMO that doesn't have that kind of user interface. Or not user interface, but
Elder Scrolls.
Elder Scrolls still kind of has that interface. It's
but
just
different,
smaller.
But it's different enough.
No, it's just smaller.
I'm talking these other games have the exact same interface. It's ridiculous.
That's because when World of Warcraft came out, it pioneered that interface, and everybody likes it because it is a good interface, for the most part. Like when I played during vanilla. And I hated the fucking interface. I still don't like it. So I'd get like the Titan bar mod and all that stuff, and I'd make it look better and customize all that stuff. But like what I'm saying though is the MMOs that are competing with World of Warcraft, one of their biggest flaws is that it is in a sense pay to win PvP wise. PvE. Like, you can play all of these games, and you can do that. A lot of games now, though, are coming out with...
That's so untrue.
That is true.
You can grind out dungeons in Warcraft.
It's not... No, I'm not saying World of Warcraft.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the ones that are competing with it.
Oh, are pay to win? Are pay to win?
Some of them,
yeah,
in a sense, are pay to win. Like...
I thought you were saying Warcraft was. I was like, what are you talking about?
No, I said you can't buy anything in World of Warcraft. Fuck, that's not what I'm saying. Like, WoW, you pay $15, you fucking play it, that's it. No more money, no nothing, unless you want to buy gold or whatever. But what I am saying is the games that are out now, in a sense, some of them are pay to win. Like, there's different ways to go about paying to win.
If it's pay to win at all, I hate it.
Yeah, like I'm a huge fan of a game called Terra. When Terra came out, it was one of like the pioneers for the action style. There are games that came out before it that had the same style combat, but it just wasn't properly worked out in the game. Whereas Terra, it's like the combat is just it's good.
Yeah.
Now in Terra, it is not technically pay to win, but you can, which is what a lot of people do, is they will buy something called EMP, which is like in-game currency, that you can buy stuff that isn't necessarily an item, but what you do is you buy all this stuff like experience boosters, and then you sell them for in-game gold, and then you take that gold and you buy enchanting
and right there,
material.
You've lost me. That's why those games suck. What is happening to me right now?
You don't like even if somebody has the best of the best gear, you can still get there without paying anything. It just takes you longer.
Yeah, it takes forever.
It takes just as long in World of Warcraft to get fucking tier 15
yeah,
PvP.
but it's not. But it's not. It does take that long, but I don't feel like it's a workaround something. It just takes that long. And I like that better than having this whole system that I'm like, well, I don't want to pay, so I just have to grind it out.
Here's another thing, though. I'm a huge fan of PvP. I fucking love it. It's like, at endgame, if there's good PvP, I'll keep playing that game for fucking ever. I play Dark Souls every fucking day. It's amazing. But, World of Warcraft's PvP isn't really skill-based. Like, you, as a player, don't need that much skill to beat somebody in PvP.
I disagree with that. I disagree.
No. There's no way to disagree or agree. It's just, that's just how it is. Everybody has the same exact skills.
No, they don't. What?
Yes.
Everyone has the same. Can I quote that?
Every
put it right here.
Listen,
everybody has the same skills.
Do it. I don't give a fuck. Every Holy Paladin has the same exact skills as every other Holy Paladin.
That's
every Frost Death Knight has the same exact skills as every other Frost Death Knight. Hold on, I'm not done yet. Everybody with tier 15 PvP gear has the same exact stats on that gear. They're not exactly. 2 of them may be different because that's how they tried to make it different. But every tier 15 PvP gear for every warrior is the same as every other warrior, no matter what subclass they chose. Death Knights all have the same one. Mages all have the same one. Priests all have the same one. Now, here is why I like PvP and Terra better.
Wait a minute. Hold up. I need to interject one little
thing.
It also, they're not just all the same. It depends on the build of the character.
No. There are builds in World of Warcraft, but they're not really builds. It's here. You can have this set of skills or this set of skills.
Okay.
You can't like.
Yeah, and then it also the skill comes in on how each player uses those skills. Like a mage, if he keeps teleporting away from a character and the other one doesn't do that, he's not going to be able to hit him. And they just get annihilated.
That's not really a build.
It's a strategy, though.
That's how you play the character.
But you have
to play to the way the character is played, and you can only play each character one way.
That's not true. You can play it good or you can play it bad. And a lot of players play it bad, and that's where the skill comes in. One tank is not going to play the game the same as the other tank. Exactly, because it depends on who's playing it and who's hitting the buttons, who's giving the commands.
Yeah,
that's what it's a skill set.
Every tank is going to do the same exact thing, and that's my problem. Like, I don't even here, let's just agree to disagree on the whole armor and skills per player thing. Okay, here's the biggest reason why I don't like it. When you get tier 15 PvP gear, like, it is the same as somebody else's who's the same class. Okay? Now, people, like, I forgot what they put in it, like a Frost Death Knight and an Undead, or Frost Death Knight and an Unholy Death Knight could use different stats on their thing. Like, they have, like, you can put Haste or Mastery. Yep. Like, you can only change out, like, 1 or 2 stats. Now, in Terra's endgame for PvP, you can change the 3 extra stats that you get when you upgrade it to any of the stats that are possible to be put on that weapon.
Okay.
So, let's say you're playing a warrior. You're going to want something that gives you... Well, for PvP gear, everybody puts the same thing, which is pretty much PvP damage taken is reduced or something.
Okay.
But let's say for PvE, you're playing a healer. All right, you want to get more healing done. You can get that stat on your weapon. If you're playing a warrior or a tank, you want to be healed for more than you would normally get healed for. You can put that in your armor. You can do all kinds of shit like that. Like, and then in that game, not only is that different, but the actual combat style makes it so somebody who has plus 12 masterworked everything can still get killed by somebody who's at plus 9. Because just because they have the best gear doesn't mean they know when to attack, when to dodge. You have to dodge in Terra. You have to block as a tank or you will die. You have to aim your spells. You have to aim everything. Like, you have to be close enough. You have to be facing the right direction. That game is just better.
Well, I mean, the lesson that I took from this argument is that Blizzard is an awesome company and better than all the games that he plays.
No.
That's
not better.
Down to.
Not better.
So if you have an opinion, put it in the comments.
Oh, yeah.
Down here.
Talk shit to me. I don't give a fuck. You're still wrong. Well, I shouldn't say that because some people might be right. So talk shit to me. I'll reply,
and we will decide whether or not you're right.
Yes, that is true.
All right. So, and share this video. Anything else? Watch our Twitch account.
Kandarr's Twitch.
That's with 2 R's. It's gonna be right.
It'll be in the comments.
It'll be like right here.
It'll be in the comments.
I'll put it.
Do that. Don't put fucking annotations on the fucking screen. Are you everybody? Okay, this is
It's gonna go right there. It's
you
gonna
do
go right
this.
there.
Every fucking
It's gonna
time
go right there.
you watch a YouTube video,
It's
the
gonna go right
first
there.
thing you do is you click the little fucking settings button and you turn annotations off. Nobody's gonna see that.
Game Rangers.